Hello friends, in this video I am going to discuss about some mechanical properties of materials. So let us see first introduction. The materials are characterized by their properties. The mechanical properties of materials are the properties that describe the behavior of the material under the action of external forces. So what are the mechanical properties? Mechanical properties are those properties that describe the behavior of material under the action of external forces. The mechanical properties are of significant importance in the selection of material for structural machine components. So selection of material is one of the step in design of machine element. So the mechanical properties, the knowledge of mechanical properties is important. In this article, we will consider the following mechanical properties. One is strength, second is stiffness, third is elasticity, fourth is plasticity, fifth is ductility, malleability, hardness, brittleness, resilience, and toughness. So these are 10 important mechanical properties of materials. Now let us see one by one. First is strength. So what is strength? Strength is defined as the ability of the material to resist external load causing various type of stresses without failure. So what is strength? Strength is the ability of material to resist external load causing various types of stresses without failure. Depending upon the type of stresses induced by external loads, strength is expressed as tensile strength. So if there is tensile load, then the strength of material is tensile strength. If there is compressive load, then the strength is compressive strength. If there is shear load, then the strength is shear strength. If there is yield load, then the strength is yield strength. If there is ultimate load, then the strength is ultimate strength. So depending upon the type of stress, type of load or type of stress, there are different types of strength. Now the second one property is stiffness. So what is stiffness? Stiffness or rigidity is defined as the ability of the material to resist deformation under the action of an external load. So the ability of material to resist deformation under the action of external load is called as stiffness. All materials deform when stressed to a more or less extent. So if there is load is applied on the material, all materials deform when stressed. For a given stress within elastic limit, the material that deforms least is the stiffest material. The material which deform least or deform less, that material is the stiffest material. Modulus of elasticity is the measure of stiffness. Stiffness is an important consideration in the design of transmission shaft. So for example, for aluminium, modulus of elasticity is equal to 71,000 Newton per mm square. For carbon steel is equal to 207,000 Newton per mm square. Then which material is more stiffest? So the material whose modulus of elasticity is more, that material is more stiffer. Now the third property is elasticity. You know what is elasticity? So elasticity is defined as the ability of the material to regain its original shape and size after removal of external force. All engineering metals are elastic, but the degree of elasticity varies by material to material. Now steel is perfectly elastic within a certain elastic limit. Now the fourth property is plasticity. So what is plasticity? Plasticity is defined as the ability of the material which does not regain its original shape and size after removal of external force. So plasticity, what is plasticity? So it is the ability of materials which does not regain its original shape and size after removal of external force. Now see the difference between elasticity and plasticity. So in this table you can see the difference between elasticity and plasticity. First point is elasticity is the ability of metal to regain its original shape and size after temporary deformation under an external force. And what is plasticity? Plasticity is the ability to retain the deformation permanently even after the load is removed. Now in elasticity, the amount of elastic deformation is very small. In plasticity, amount of deformation is relatively more. Now during elastic deformation, atoms of metal are temporarily displaced from their original positions but return back when the load is removed. In plasticity, exactly opposite thing. During plastic deformation, atoms of metal are permanently displaced from their original positions and take up new positions. The stress-strain relationship is linear in elastic range. In plasticity, the stress-strain relationship is non-linear in plastic range. Now the next property is, that is fifth property, is ductility. What is ductility? Ductility is defined as the ability of a material to deform to a greater extent before the sign of crack when it is subjected to tensile force. When material is subjected to tensile force, if there is greater deformation before the sign of crack, then that property is called as ductility. So mild steel, copper, aluminium are ductile materials. Ductile metals can be formed, drawn or bent because these processes involve shaping under tension. So forming operation, drawing operation, bending operation is due to this property ductility. The ductility of metal decreases as temperature increases because metals become weak at increasing temperature. Now the next sixth property is malleability. What is malleability? Malleability is defined as the ability of material to deform to a greater extent before the sign of crack when it is subjected to compressive force. Ductility means material subjected to tensile force. In malleability, material is subjected to compressive force. So malleable metals can be rolled, forged or extruded because these processes involve shaping under compressive force. So this property is important in rolling operation, forging operation, extruding, etc. Low carbon steels, copper, aluminium are malleable metals. Malleability increases with increasing temperature. Now next point is the difference between ductility and malleability. So this table shows the difference between ductility and malleability. So ductility is the ability of material to deform under tensile force, and malleability is the ability of material to deform under compressive force. Ductility increases with increasing temperature. Malleability increases with temperature. Ductility decreases with temperature. Ductility is desirable when the component is formed or drawn. Malleability is important property when the component is forged, rolled or extruded. Now the next property is, that is seventh property, hardness. So what is hardness? Hardness is defined as the resistance of the material to penetration or permanent deformation. So what is hardness? Is the resistance of material to penetration or permanent deformation. It usually indicates resistance to abrasion, scratching, cutting, or shaping. Hardness is an important property in the selection of material for parts which rub on one another, such as pinion and gear, cam and follower, rail and wheel, and parts of ball bearing. In this design of this part, that hardness property is important. Now the next property is brittleness. What is brittleness? Brittleness is the property of material which shows negligible plastic deformation before fracture takes place. So brittleness is the property of material which shows negligible plastic deformation before fracture takes place. Brittleness is the opposite to ductility. Cast iron is an example of brittle material. Cast iron, brass, these are the examples of brittle material. Glass also brittle material. Brittle components fail by sudden fracture. So you can see glass, cast iron, brass, these components fail by sudden fracture. There is no plastic deformation takes place in brittle materials. Now the next property is, that is ninth property, resilience. So what is resilience? Resilience is defined as the ability of the material to absorb energy when deformed elastically and to release this energy when unloaded. The ability of material to absorb energy up to elastic limit, that property is called as resilience. This property is essential for spring materials, and resilience is measured by a quantity called as modulus of resilience. So in this stress strain diagram, you can see the modulus of resilience, which is nothing but area under the curve up to elastic limit point. Now the last property is toughness. So what is toughness? Toughness is defined as the ability of the material to absorb energy before fracture takes place. Toughness is the total absorption of energy up to fracture takes place. This property is essential for machine components which are required to withstand impact loads. All structural steels are tough materials. Toughness is measured by a quantity called modulus of toughness. In practice, toughness is measured by the ISO and Charpy impact testing machines. Now you can see in this stress strain diagram, modulus of toughness is nothing but area under the curve from point O to fracture point. Thank you.